Hey guys, welcome back to my video. This is Boomtown here, and today we'll be discussing something more serious in nature. Should you be playing Brown Dust? So Brown Dust has been recently released to the whole global community, but as far as open beta is concerned, things were quite different back then, and the feeling that I get right now is a little bit different. Some good and some bad. So I'll start off with the bad news, because my mom always tells me that whenever I want to discuss something, I should always start with the bad news. No one wants to end off the day with a bad note, right? So starting off with the bad news, the first point is that we are given too many select tickets at the start. And I'm not even talking about the 2 free 5-star tickets that you get just by creating an account. I'm talking about select tickets. So as you can see on day 7 here, we get a select ticket. And cancel, there, Novice Arena. Alright, and also, I'm not sure whether I still have that here, but okay, so like your first consecutive 5 days of logging in, I think you get about 3 select tickets as well. So that's a total of 4 select tickets, and because of the meta and how people just flock to whatever seems like the ultimate best choice, which is true, they tend to go for just a few net force. Hell especially, that's pretty much the deal breaker in arenas. As long as you start first and you have a hell, most of the time you're going to win. So yeah, everyone has the same few picks. You will never see true diversity in the arena. Every time, okay, I should start off saying that Brown Dust is a really PvP oriented game. It's extremely PvP oriented, so everyone knows that a game that is PvP is not truly free to play. A PvP game is definitely pay to win. You are free to enjoy it, but if you want to be competitive with at the upper ranks, you need to pay. You definitely have to pay in some aspect. So that's how they make money. So yeah, it's a PvP game, so naturally everyone wants the best 4-star characters that they can possibly get from the just by looking at the meta. And Hell is an absolute game-breaking character. She breaks not just PvP, she breaks PvE. She's really good everywhere. She's like a hack. Okay, so if you do have her, I recommend you to push her to 6-star because she is a hack. So with that said, point number 2, there is really no diversity in PvP. So looking at the normal arena, there are 2 different arenas here. So the normal arena, everyone have pretty much the same few characters. It's not surprising because at the start you're given 2 5-star select tickets and you're just the game pretty much lets you reroll until you're happy with what you have. The reroll system is extremely efficient, which is good and bad. So you see things like, look at this guy's formation. Okay, Lillian, legendary, legendary, hell. You can go look at somewhat other random guy. Hell, legendary, and you can keep on going and going, and you realize that everyone has some kind of legendary and some kind of OP character that you can reroll for, and hell as well. This person doesn't have hell, but so that's like the typical setup. As you can see, I shouldn't have cancelled my arena too quickly. As you can see, I do not play legendaries because I feel like following the meta is quite boring because everyone has the same character as you do. So I try to change it up. But of course, it's not always a good idea all the time, because eventually I'll just lose out in the arena. So yeah, everyone has the upper tier list characters like Sayer, Aaron. Yeah, I did reroll for Aaron. What else? 5 stars. Sayer, Aaron, and some other. I can't really think of them right now, but yeah, and a whole bunch of people just reroll for legendary. So if you're gonna want to be competitive at the least aspect, if you want to be competitive as a free to play, you will probably need a legendary down the road. And I'm not just talking about the legendaries that you get for free, I'm talking about legendaries that you get by rolling, by sheer luck. So yeah, you don't really see a lot of diversity in PvP. It's all the same characters that you meet. And for the novice arena, the same thing happens. Everyone knows that Hell is great, so Hell is always used. She is everywhere. Everywhere. Literally everywhere. And as long as you do not have Hell, you will not be able to climb the arena at all. It's impossible, because the moment their Hell attacks, you lose. Unless you have a way to nullify her, but it just seems like the meta is so strongly focused on Hell that you either need to build Hell, or you need to build around Hell, which is equally ridiculous. And also you see a lot of Elchis and Oriens. They tend to counter Hell, otherwise they are completely useless. So it's like the game right now, the arena that you're seeing right now, it's all about whose Hell goes first and who has a counter to Hell. That's not really my cup of tea, so that's why I put it as a bad news. I don't know, maybe you like the fact that everyone has the same character, and I don't know, that's your opinion, that's mine. And another thing is, going back to the arena again, the arena is extremely grindy. It's ridiculous. Okay, so you can get up to 2 5-star skill books a month, which cost a total of 24,000 honor points, and you could get a 4-star skill book once a week for a price of 4,000 honor points. So the bare minimum that you should achieve a month is 24,000 honor points just to get the 2 5-star skill books. And in order to achieve 24,000 honor points a month, you need to run not 100, not 200, not even 300 arena runs, but you need to run 6,000 arena runs a month. That's because you get 4 honors per arena on average. 6,000 arena runs per month, so you just do the math, it's about 200 arena runs a day. Of course you can get the same honor from novice arena as well as a normal arena, but to run 200 arena runs a day is ridiculous. It's 200 runs a month, it's already not very casual friendly, but 6,000 a month, I'm not even sure who's gonna do that. But yeah, so you need to do 6,000 arena runs a month just to get the 2 5-star skill books. And what about if you want to collect the 4-star skill books? Because 4-star characters are extremely essential in this game as well. So if you want to buy 4-star skill books, you need a total of 36,000 honor points just for 5 and the 4-star skill books. So yeah, you just do your own math. It's extremely grindy. I've never seen a game that focuses so much on arena that they expect you to grind it like that. It's kind of ridiculous. Even though there is that auto repeat function, one thing you should know is that the arena swords, they replenish once every 15 minutes. So within two and a half hours, about 2.5 hours, you'll be full 10 out of 10 arena swords. So you need to log back in, you need to press the auto button again, and you need to leave your phone on running for maybe another 20 minutes until you clear up all your 10 arena swords. Maybe not 20, maybe like 15 minutes, but most of the time when I'm done with my 10 swords, I get an extra 11th sword at the end of the day. So that's at least 15 minutes worth of my time leaving my phone on running autoing arena every 2.5 hours. So if you're gonna have to repeat this cycle for, I don't know, so often a day, it may not be for you. But I really like that auto repeat function though. I just feel like the game has been so grindy that they realized that they needed this auto function rather than the auto function being like a quality of life feature. So let me just repeat that again. It's more like this quality of life feature isn't really a quality of life feature. It's just that the game is so extremely grindy that you need this quality of life feature. So it's not the same as like you having some auto repeat runs on other games where you actually feel good about it. in this game, you actually feel like it's a necessity. Okay, having said that, you also have to be really active in the arena, because due to the fact that you need 6,000 arena runs a month, that's one thing, but also you will get about 6,000 attacks during your entire month as well. I mean, 6,000 is just a number that is reduced, of course. You're gonna get attacked a lot, so you really need to be very active on arena. You need to constantly attack, because you get a little turn advantage when you attack in the arena. So it's really important that you have to be on the offensive rather than always be on the defensive. Okay, and next, let's just move away from the arena for now. The summon rates are pretty much like 2010. Hold on, it's a bit of a load here. Okay, so if you go to recruit, and you click on detail view at the top right, you will see that the summon rates are 1% for net 5 and 2% for legend pools. So say, there you go, 1%. Okay, so it's like 1.2% for a 5-star for a normal pool. This is a normal pool, so it's 1.2% for a 5-star. And moving up, for the legendary pool, you get about 2%, or rather 2.2% for a 5-star, but a 0.2% for a single legendary character, a Dominus Octo. So it's only 0.2%. These rates shouldn't even be here anymore. It's already like 2019. You should have rates at like 5% at the least. And they do not have a summon for X amount of summons and then you get a guaranteed net 5. I mean, they do have it in the form of mileage, but it doesn't cover scrolls, it doesn't cover like freebies, like free summons and stuff like that. So you really have to spend diamonds to get that mileage. And I mean, of course there are other games out there who practice the same thing, but you need to summon 400 times to get a 5-star. 400 times. Usually in other games it's around 100 summons, or at most 200, but this is 400. So yeah, and next, going to the PvE content a little bit, just a little bit, because their PvE is generally good, but my only qualm with their PvE is the Rune Temple and the Crystal Cave. That's because, just for a bit of information, I'm completely free to play. I haven't seen the need to spend at all. And as you can see, I've already cleared every PvE content in this game, and it's really a cakewalk. All you need is, as you guessed, you just need a hack. You just need a hell. You need to hack through everything, and you're done. So it's really like there's no competition. There's no sense of accomplishment. It's extremely easy. And wait, Crystal Cave as well. Crystal Cave is a bigger joke. It's extremely easy. I don't even understand why they even bother putting difficulty levels on the Crystal Cave other than different drop rates. But you don't even need different difficulties, because even the final stage is extremely easy. So like, they could have just chucked everything into one single Crystal Cave entry, and they just give like all kinds of rewards based on luck or whatever. I just feel like the difficulty levels are really redundant. Yeah, no sense of accomplishment pretty much. So there's no drive to want to expand your mercenary roster for content outside of PvP. All you're doing is really just, okay, I've cleared my PvE content, I'm just going to grind for PvP. I'm not going to grind for PvE. There's no need to grind for PvE when you have all these really broken characters, and especially if you have the legendaries, they're extremely broken. They cannot die in some sense. They are all invincible to death in their own way. Okay, so that is all the bad news that I have for Brown Dust, and of course I'm going to move on to the good news, right? And you end the day with a good note. So looking at one of their really good PvE content, the Evil Castle, I really like this actually. It's one of those infinity flaws thing that that is a tried and true thing that most games have. However, it does not reset at the end of the month or that kind of nonsense. So you don't really have to fear like, oh no, it's gonna be like the new month. I need to climb all these floors again. Oh no, you don't have to panic. You don't have to do any of that. It's just a one-time thing. So naturally, when you're done with this tower, this will be a redundant content until they add new floors. But as far as I'm aware, I don't think they have ever added any floors, even in the other servers, since the beginning of the release. So yeah, Evil Castle is good. It poses a good challenge to all kinds of players, free to play and pay to win. So yeah, that's good. They actually did a pretty good job. If you want to play this game, I would recommend that you try out the Evil Castle. It seems difficult at first, but you could really ascend the floors. You just need to play it right. And of course, you just need to get hell to hack through everything. Their campaigns are pretty fun as well. I have to admit that I do have to think a lot about the characters that I place so that I clear the 3-star condition. It's really interesting. Brown Dust is a strategy game, so the campaign really shows that off a lot, more than PvP actually. And of course, the game has loads of freebies. You get a lot of stuff. Like every single day you have some kind of reward, and you're always working for like a 5-star ticket. You're always working for some other things. Yeah, you're working for another 5-star skill book. You're doing all kinds of things for like freebies. Things that you can purchase in diamonds. It's not in IAP. See, they're all in diamonds, right? So they are not actually pushing you to spend. That's another good thing. They don't push you with here's like a $5 pack, you know, like quickly buy it and that kind of stuff. I mean, they do have it at a minimum, but it's really not necessary. I've never felt like I needed to pay at all. So and next, they do have Guild Wars, and the Guild Wars is pretty good. I think the design is quite alright. It's basically like an arena, but you get to choose who you want to fight. So you get to position your characters according to how you want to counter a certain person. Right, so you can see the Guild Wars formation here, and you can like position yourself against them, and you cannot see their turn order, so that's quite important. So you get to really figure out what the meta is and what people will usually move first. So it's the same thing with the Mystic Island. It's pretty much the same as a Guild War. You get to pillage people, and you get to like, oh, look at this guy, I might want to fight him because I think his lineup seems pretty easy. Then you can go and steal his stuff, and that's actually quite fun. Stealing from people, yeah, that is fun. Don't quote me. And finally, one of the really good things about this game is the underground arena. Here you go. So basically you get to chuck in 12, I think. No, what is it? 5, 3, 15 different characters, and you play a live match, a real-time arena with someone. So you get to like slowly put 1 and 2 characters, and 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9 characters. So you guys are like taking turns putting characters down, and it's really quite strategic in that sense. That was really good. It was really well done. I feel like that if this is your thing, you should really play Brown Dust, just because the underground arena is so good. And their daily reward is also quite generous. They give you some gems, and they give you some amount of gold, which is nice. So that's about it for this video. Other than the underground arena, Guild Wars, and the Mystic Island, I feel like the PvP seems to be a bit too much of a focus, even though the arena isn't really that fun. It's just a press an auto repeat button and whatever. And also the diversity in this game is really poor. Everyone has the same characters because everyone wants to win, even though they are trying to be free to play as well. So you will expect to see the same few characters in the arena. It's always going to be the same, so you got to work around it, or work with it, or around it. So yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about Brown Dust, and whether or not you feel the same, that's your opinion, and I really respect it. Let me know if you disagree, and let me know how things may change in the future, because I'm only playing this for 12 days. Let me know how things may improve, or whether am I like not giving enough credit to some of the things that I said aren't that good. Of course, this video is controversial. It's more directed at the negative side of Brown Dust. But I like to say that for a freemium game like Brown Dust that doesn't really push IAPs, I think that's pretty well done in that sense, along with the other things that I've mentioned that are good about the game. So yeah, take this with a pinch of salt and just let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.